Hey there, I'm Shoggoth269, and welcome back to Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. Now, once again, we're here at Firelink Shrine, and I believe we need to talk to somebody, but first, I have work to do here.
Oh, hello there. You've been a stranger these days. Why? What spectacular pyromancy? Tell me about it. I have never seen anything like it.
No.
I see. I suppose I was mistaken. In any case, I definitely trust you. Apologies, my friend. Forget that I said anything.
Now, he kind of forced my hand on that one. I was not actually wanting to have that conversation right now. I didn't think about it, but what triggers that, to my understanding, is getting some of the Great Chaos Pyromancy.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
And I specifically needed to get my Pyromancy Flame up to +10 for this, so he's obviously right now the only person that could have done that. So, like I said, he forced my hand. If you tell him yes, once you leave, what the hell is that? Yeah, we'll talk to him in a second. If you tell him yes, once you leave, he goes elsewhere. I don't want that to happen.
Hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the primordial servant, King Sika Frant, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment? Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Alright, so that's our next bit of guidance.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
You can feed him things as
Those
well.
who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution. Farewell, chosen undead.
Alright, so, as I was saying, we don't want the I didn't want the Pyromancer to leave just yet, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to buy everything and basically exhaust his usefulness right now, which is why he forced my hand to say no. I'll go ahead and, I guess, spoil it. If you tell him yes, he will, after you leave, he will go down to, Blighttown in the swamp down there, and you'll have to fight him. I guess as a hollow. So I also apologize that for the rudeness that I am going to be getting hype on some honey roasted peanuts during this commentary, because honey roasted peanuts are amazing. So yes, I apologize if that becomes annoying, but I'm hungry. So anyways, yeah, I was trying to get the backstab. I know you can. Well, of course, you can just bait him into attacking and circle around him, but at that point I gave up. So you'll notice we're, obviously back down in Blighttown. What am I doing here? Well, between the last episode and this one, which were actually recorded back to back, between the two episodes, I looked something up for clarification because I could not remember. Well, honestly, I don't think I ever knew what the proper trigger was for this event to happen. So I had to check that, and You'll recall I was running into a certain spot over and over during the last episode. Well, the trigger for this event to happen, I say event, but the trigger is the only guaranteed trigger that's known, is to get your pyromancy flame up to +10. Yes, I was one off. So, unfortunately, that costs me another trip down here into Blighttown. But it shouldn't take too long, because we're already at the location. If I can get up there. This is Quaylana.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quaylana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Solomon?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
Alright. So she's got better pyromancies, and I explicitly wanted to get Fire Whip. If it wasn't for that, I would have waited to come down here.
Whatever you do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
So now, just gotta go back up, and I'm kind of confused. Honestly, I can't remember at the moment. I should just use a Homeward Bone to get out of here. Oh, no, that's right, because I recorded them back to back. I forgot. It was still fresh on my mind. Firelink Shrine is no longer working, so Homeward Bone wouldn't get me very far. That's right. Yeah, what a fun trip. The first, 8 minutes of the video, just running into Blighttown and back. Now that dart hit me. Didn't feel too good. Had I got hit by another one, that would have given me the toxic status, and, well, like I said, toxic is way worse than poison. Poison's almost worn off. It's barely bothering me. So finally, just about out of here. Just gotta make it past the barbarians, and everything is kosher. I think one of them killed themselves earlier. I forgot to take note of it. Always forgetting if I need to go left or right. Yeah, a lot of times those guys will just run off ledges and stuff. They're not very smart. They are called barbarians after all. Anyways, pretty much back up to Firelink Shrine now. So, I've been alluding to this for multiple episodes, I guess. We are off to Sen's Fortress now. That is our next main destination. And of course, the source of our next boss fight. Still no Firekeeper. So no resting here, but fortunately it's a straight shot from here to Andre's bonfire.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, I think I swore to protect you with my life. Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. Miracles, was it? Sometimes I lose myself. Pay me no mind.
Sure. Yeah, I don't really want any of your miracles. Just saying. Sorry, I mean nothing against you, bro, but I'm not using miracles. I have no faith. Alright, so like I said, straight shot here to Andre. Nothing tough about this. I don't even know why I'm messing with... I have a habit of just killing these three. Really wanted the backstab here. Like I need that. So anyways, as I'm sure I pointed out before, Sen's Fortress is actually right over here by Andre, by this bonfire. This bonfire is kind of a hub between Darkroot, Undead Parish, excuse me, and Sen's Fortress. So, went ahead and restored humanity, that way I could kindle the fire that I already kindled earlier. Yeah. Not my brightest move.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged? Don't get yourself night.
Alright, so notice, as I said, I wanted Fire Whip for something particular coming up here in Sen's Fortress. So yeah, I made sure to equip that. It's going to be a few minutes before I find my use out of it, but it's very effective against a certain type of enemy. Actually, it's a pretty good pyromancy overall. So notice I kind of went around the edge there, and look, that guy's coming. So now I'm going to back up and step on this pressure plate. And it hits him in the back 3 times and kills him. That's the first trap of many in Sen's Fortress. Right when you walk in, if you just kind of go through the center, you'll trigger that trap. Trigger trap. I like it. Alliteration. You will trigger it, and if you are not ready, it will hit you, maybe kill you, or you'll put your shield up super fast if it kind of catches you off guard. It's a way to kind of teach you. You know, it gives you a more fair chance at reacting than most of the other traps. Now, these are fun. You can imagine what happens. They don't actually really hurt you that much if they hit you. It's more of them knocking you off. That's what you should really be worried about. So this guy, I like to just walk around him, because fighting on this little bridge is not very effective, especially when you like to go for backstabs and such. And he fell off right there. So now this guy can be a pain, because if he hits you with his lightning attack, it knocks you back. So you don't want to be knocked back into one of the axes. But I'll just trigger that pressure plate and hit him. Easy. And we get 2 large Titanite shards. And keep in mind, I've been talking about getting a bunch of shards here. That dude's just chilling. Ain't gonna mess with him. Oh, watch this. What's up, bro? Oh! Doesn't hurt him very much, but I decide to run down here this way at the beginning, which I've never done. And it really throws me off because there's some weird triggers here that I don't fully understand. I'll explain them in a moment. So that guy at the bottom, there's another path you can take to get down here. And it seems like usually taking that other path will cause that guy at the bottom to just be dead. Not sure what it is, but in this case, that didn't happen. So I was trying to get that guy to get hit by a boulder, and he just wrecks me. Yeah, the whole thing cramped my style when I had to fight an extra guy that I wasn't expecting, because these guys pack a punch, man. So yeah, wait for the boulder, and just book it up to the next little side alcove, whatever the hell these are. Okay, so we come in here, and taking that little part is enough to get this guy on you. So again, I wanted him to get hit by the boulder. It's not doing a lot of damage, but this is where he was kind of guarding. And again, I wanted to keep him far enough to get hit by the boulder, but it didn't work. So yeah, he's using a flamberge, or whatever it's called, and they inflict bleed damage. And as you can see, bleed damage hurts.
Rise and shine. Duke is back. And it's my good old friend Pirate Rum. Did you bring me a beer this time? I could sure as hell use one. I'll take care of our good friend the Black Knight. How many stairs are there? Hurry it up. Come get some. You pathetic waste of space. All right, I'm going to make a mad dash for the gate. Ah! Damn it! I'll kick all your asses. Just made it. That one got a little hairy. These guys don't know what hit them. Get your ass in here, Pirate Rum. Yes, much better. I'll bring this guy out here so you can have some fun with him. Let me handle this. You're pathetic. Alright, I've got the Berenike Knight. You stay back. You obviously suck. Never even stood a chance. Alright, we all know how fun this hallway is. Let's get to it. These guys never even stood a chance. I've stepped on bugs that put up a bigger fight than you guys. Oh, there's only one thing left to do. Hurry it up. Who the hell needs Solaire? Get your ass in there. Praise the sun. Praise my foot up your ass. Hurry it up, summon them. All right. Get your scrawny ass over here. I'm coming for that tail. I ought to break a broom handle off in your ass. I'll kick you in the nuts. Ah, that burned a little. I like burn. Hail to the king, baby.
So, yeah, don't let your blood meter fill up, whatever you'd call it. So yeah, I don't normally have a lot of trouble with Sen's Fortress, but you can see we're off to a great start, aren't we? So once again, let the trap do the work on one of them. You gotta kind of make sure they go towards the middle. It takes practice. So even with this reasonably upgraded club, it's taken a few hits to knock this guy down. But I'll kind of show you how this normally works up here. This guy on the bridge that I like to just run around. I mean, that's a trick. If you want to see how close you are to the axe, either turn your camera way to the side or just turn it, like, point it down like I did there. You can actually just rush around him at the start if you just sprint and don't hesitate. He won't hit you, but I was too worried about it at this point. So you get like that, get here, block, and there. The axe will hit him and knock him down. Notice he didn't actually die. That's not a lethal fall right there. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to go down there because I can't remember anything really useful, at least for my purposes. But I know at the very bottom down there, there's I believe 4 Titanite demons. And it's like muddy water, so you move slowly, like in the swamp. Ranged attacks are very useful for that. So this guy is going to aggro again here in a moment. So I'm being kind of careful here. Just, I saw how bad it hurt with the blood loss last time, basically killing me. I want to at least get back up here and get those souls. They're not much, but every little bit counts. And you can't forget about that 2 humanity as well. So that ring of steel protection there, that it just boosts your physical defense. So I don't have any other rings, so why would I not put it on? So we get a shuttle or whatever. Now here is Siegmeyer of Katarina, the Onion Knight.
Oh, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I run flat up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no try. My head would spin. Perhaps I could bah.
So yeah, notice these guys down here are dead. So I never knew they could be alive, to be honest. So when I came down here earlier, it really threw me off. Alright, so we're back to where we haven't really progressed beyond. Notice a pressure plate down there. And I always forget this. I don't know why, but the enemies cannot trigger the pressure plate, which I think is kind of dumb. So now I'm stuck here, like the guys in the hallway. I'm not gonna fight him in the hallway, my club bouncing off the walls and stuff, so I gotta get him into another position where I can hopefully hit him with the trap. And it doesn't work out at all. So this is the other reason I was being careful when the lightning dude with the flamberge, when he was over here. If you move around too much or get too close to this hallway while you're in that other room, this guy will come attack you, and I didn't want both of them on me. So here comes the fun part. I caught it just in time. You want to chase this boulder down. If this thing hits you, it hurts. It probably wouldn't kill me, but it just about. So chase it down and come into this little alcove. I don't even know if that's the right word. I was healing just in case I needed it. Now here's what Fire Whip is for. Take a look. Look at the chain, first of all. The chain points kind of out. And if you look down... Wait for it. Look at that. The chest is moving. Almost as if it's breathing. So I'm going to use Fire Whip on it. That is a mimic. And this one drops a lightning spear. Your first lightning weapon of the game. So I come out here and we're not quite... Oh yeah, we are ready. My bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of another playthrough I just did. I did a speed run the other night. Actually, the same night I recorded this. So that was the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. Now, what that does... I don't think I actually show it off. What that does is increases your... Oh, actually, yeah, that's what I just went into the menu for, I believe, the status menu, and I whoops. Oh, well, that increases your item discovery rate, the item drop rate. I try to keep that on as much as possible to get the most rare drops that I can. So, my typical ring setup is what I have now. Get some, you know, the Evil Eye, get some health for killing people, and the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, so that I get more items. So now if we turn this, the boulder that we had to chase earlier, it's no longer on that path. Ooh, 152 damage. I wonder what we're hurting. Let's let it roll down there again. Just one more. My foot's freaking out. And now I can turn it, because I actually want to go down that path. I just wanted to make sure that guy is dead, so I don't have to fight him one-on-one. And you're going to recognize this area. Well, you should. This is the guy that was just over here chilling against the wall. We actually busted open that wall.
This is quite easy. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is not in my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
This guy here is Big Hat Logan.
Thank you. I'm saved. And my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I will do you. I will return to Farthing Shrine. Speak with me then, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Well, it's too bad I'm not using sorcery.
I'll be late. Well, I'll be just fine.
Yeah, whatever. So, obviously I'm using the master key to open these. I don't exactly recall which key you need to open these two cages. I think I know which one it is, but I may be incorrect. So I'll point it out when I get that key, but like I said, don't hold me to it. So we wait for the boulder and then we just rush up. We've already done this a few times. Now, technically, I only had to wait for the boulder because I pointed it back down this path. that little four-way switch, it only resets when you go through here. So you gotta wait for it if you're coming back to this path. And I mess up the direction I want to go, so I have to run back in just to be safe. So I actually want to come up here and drop down. Mr. Flamberge. These guys stagger super easy, as you can tell, so just keep wailing on them. Now, to be honest, I don't recall what is over here. Looks like a Flamberge guy. I have an idea, but I'm probably incorrect. And I don't know that I'm gonna go over there because I don't think there's anything that I care about. See how we get all that, all those goodies there. Goodies that I don't care too much about. So we're back here again. That's that door that I couldn't open earlier. And I have no real reason to turn this. Yeah, that other path that was pointed to was the hill, towards the Mimic. That one that I'm kind of facing now is where we just came from, of course. That last one it went down was outside. And this one points to somewhere we have not yet been, that I kind of try and get a look at. You can see there's a guy hanging out down there. Now everybody's favorite axe trap. Well, I don't know, this one's the most intimidating. You know what you do? Just get yourself pretty close. That would be close enough, but I'm showing how you turn your camera and you can tell how close you are more easily. Just dash through. Just sprint. You're fine. It's not that big of a deal. Now, the sounds that these guys are making freak me out. That's why I used Fire Whip. Almost got a Flame Whip. That's why I used Fire Whip there, because I was afraid that one of the other ones was about to attack me. And just because I didn't want to die and have to go back through all this, I was playing it more cautiously than normal. Yeah, this guy doesn't want me around him. Come on, buddy. Alright, get deaded. There we go. Easy enough. Probably overkill, but again, just being more cautious than normal. I believe I just said something about being more cautious than normal. I would not normally do this. Try it with pyromancy. There's not a lot of room to do that here. But it actually seems to hurt him fairly decently. Now typically you would want some kind of a ranged attack for this next bit, or just be really good at timing and dodging in narrow spaces, I should say. No, technically it's not a narrow space, you'll see what I mean. So there's a trap here. There's a guy here on the left that will shoot lightning at you, one of the guys with the Flamberge. You want to kill him, or knock him off, or something. Because you have to go through this arrow trap, and if he's hitting you in the back, he will... And also, it's going to be coming from an angle that'll knock you off to the right. So you either have to be watching behind you and roll through it with your invincibility frames, just dodge it somehow, or he might knock you off or into one of the traps, which will then knock you off. So yeah, you just drop down there and you get your bonfire in Sen's Fortress. A bonfire that I didn't know about for the first few times I played the game. Alright, so yeah, I was actually able to do some upgrading here this time. Yeah, we're getting some better damage on it. And yeah, finally I'm actually equipping the spider shield that I've wanted for a while. You know, I got it and I never equipped it. So yeah, I can't wait to use the spider shield. So there's two Balder Knights down here. They're much tougher than the ones in the Undead Burg and Parish and all that. As you can see. But yeah, get him staggered like that and he's nothing. More shards. Thank you, Ring. So I was showing off the chest here. If you look, that chain is like coiled back. That's a dead giveaway. The mimics are always in the same place. There's no randomness about them, so you play the game 68 times, you're going to know which ones are which. Even still, I often find myself checking to make sure I just don't make a stupid mistake. So I was trying to show, if you look up there, there's a dude about to throw this, like, cannonball thing. And it's gonna hit down there and explode. And if you look, the ground is charred right here. That shows you that it's a location that he can throw them. I was afraid he was gonna hit that spot. But see, he's way behind me. That little intersection on the narrow platform I was just at, he can actually throw fireballs on that, as he can up here as well. You will notice the ground on this is charred on this corner. So if you're human, you can run across here. I walked slowly because sometimes my camera glitches up when I go through there and it kind of turns 90 degrees and has made me walk off more than once. And you can see down there, that was actually where some of the traps are at the beginning. So we come up here, and this is actually where the guy that was throwing the balls, cannonballs, whatever the hell they are. This is where he's hanging out at. So I'm going to cheese him because I'm weak. See, I get out there and throw some pyromancy, and look, he's breaking his own ammunition. Trying to throw one without locking on, it doesn't work. So I freaked out there because that attack hurts. He goes into a frenzy, has like a temper tantrum, and then he's out of breath for a while and he just does this. But because I healed, I was not able to take him out on that one, so gotta wait a little bit longer. Once again, let him throw a temper tantrum, two-hand, and finish him off. Kinda feel bad for the guy. But he gave me a Titanite chunk, so it's justified. Now, I've never tried this, so I can't verify it myself, but I have heard that if you just go out there and break those, and then run away and leave him alive, that he doesn't do anything. He can't throw them anymore. So, This is a fun boss. What you want to do is run out there and get... Notice there's that little bit right there that I'm kind of standing on now, on the left and the right. You want to actually kind of get behind those, or else that ranged attack will hit you. And I decided to try something new for this fight. And that happened. Yeah, see, the thing is, I've never actually tried to use pyromancy on that guy before. I always just use melee. He's honestly typically not too bad with melee. On my Soul Level 1 playthrough, I took him out with melee. I just decided to try something a bit new, and the reason that I died like that is because I'm not used to dealing with his movesets from far away. So it was kind of a new experience for me. Now this boss used to always kind of scare me in terms of I didn't know how to deal with him, but like so many other bosses in the game, this is one that you just want to get up really close, and it kind of breaks the moveset for the most part. There's not a lot he can do when you're up close. So we're back in. Notice I'll go off to the left again to let this thing see where it hits. It soaks up his ranged attack, and this time I decide I'm going to play it a bit more strategically. You don't even have to be as cautious as I am. Just go back, hit him like that. Now he's going to stomp, and I almost get caught by it. Now that caught me off guard. He rarely uses that on me. And as you can see, it hurts. And he can throw you off of the edge by doing that. Oh, and also, it's possible to trick him into falling off the edge. I don't think I've ever done it. So yeah, just go through there. I got stuck between him. So what happens eventually is you'll stun him, and you want to keep attacking his leg while he's stunned, and he should fall down. But for some reason he didn't. I've never had that happen. So I'm a little bit hurt, as you see. Just a tiny bit hurt. And then he almost grabs me right there, which is kind of freaking me out, because I still wasn't sure what the exact tell of that attack is. Now he's freaking out there. And that should not have been a grab. And I thought I was going to die right there because I knew it didn't leave me with much health, and I was already a tiny bit hurt, but fortunately that wasn't a problem. Just get in there and get stomped on. I did that just, I don't know why. Like I said, hit the leg and eventually he should fall or just die. All in all, this guy's not too bad. Just learn that tell when he's gonna throw. Now, what makes this fight interesting is this middle section here. If you don't kill the guy that was throwing those explosive balls, which you can see up there, he will throw them into this area where I'm at right now. You have to stay on the narrow part if you don't kill him. So this, dear viewer, is Anor Londo. This is one of my favorite and least favorite places of the game. Hence why I'm turning right back around. Yeah, you just talk to the gargoyle right there. Quote unquote talk. And they take you back down. I'm talking over this cutscene because it's not that big of a deal. The Honor Orlando reveal is much better. So there's something I still haven't done here. I like to take out Sen's Fortress in one go, which means I don't need a shortcut to go in or out. Like I said, Sen's Fortress, I don't find it all that bad. Both of my deaths here were just really unlucky. Well, one could argue about the guy that caused blood loss. That wasn't pure unluck. But the boss one, definitely, because I survive it and I'm just barely over the edge. So I saved this for a reason, because I didn't want to do this over and over and keep falling, because I'm really bad at this jump, even though I just made it in one try. There's a couple things to do here. By the way, don't drop off here. There's a certain point, I don't know where it is, but there's a certain point you can drop down, but I'm pretty sure the drop from the top is lethal. Got the guy with the flamberge. Nope, didn't drop anything. Fair enough. Now the cage key. I believe that key will allow you to free Big Hat Logan, as well as get that, I think it was a soul next to him.
What? Who are you? Another undead, eh? I took on Sen's Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. You think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
Alright, so this guy is the first merchant available who sells large titanite and green titanite shards. Probably, I probably shouldn't have done this, and that's probably why I'm lingering so long, figuring out what I should and shouldn't buy. But I'm also I know where I'm going to go next, so I don't want to lose souls by carelessness, by accident, or just, being unlucky, whatever. That also gets me up to an even number.
Try and make it, but nothing will come of it. And I should know.
Now, part of the reason I bought so many of them was because I'm going to upgrade my equipment too. Now let me make this jump again. Oh, I fell! Darn it. Sniper crossbow and some bolts. Balder Knights hanging out down here. Get that drop attack and finish him off. Or run away. I mean, obviously I could have just popped an Estus flask, but it's not worth it. So we're finally almost done here. Remember that cage key? There's a reason I got it. And there's a reason I don't know if it opens up those other cages, because, again, I always have the master key. But why would I get the key then? Well, because there's a use for it right here. And I healed for a reason right there, which will become apparent in a moment. just in case this guy gets a cheap hit on me. You gotta kind of step out and step back in, but apparently the cage does not block the damage. So it's a good thing I healed. Nick Cage would have blocked the damage. Alright, so I'm gonna head back into On Orlando. Just skipping the cutscene this time. Just healing in case something doesn't go my way. It happens. If you just kind of go around, that guy doesn't seem to care. And fortunately, there is a bonfire right in here. So gonna go ahead and do the usual repair. Notice it rarely costs me more than like 2 souls per item because I'm just really diligent about repairing. I don't want to have broken equipment when I'm in a bad spot. Look at that, Reinforced Club plus 10. Yeah. You know what that means. Taurus Demon is now officially allowed. So I got those extra large shards so that I could upgrade my regular equipment as well. Get a little bit more defense. It's just black leather. It's not going to be a lot. But it helps. And black leather is actually decent armor. It's not that bad, considering its weight class. Yeah, I almost used the chunk right there by accident. There, we got everything up to +4 or higher. So with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and are ready to see me take on Orlando next time. Should be exciting. So until then, take care.